everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is chapter number 5, Kings, Kingdoms and an Early Republic. This is all in one shot of class 6 history. Let's get started, and this is going to be a very big lecture and just make sure to plug in. Okay? Introduction. The election day. Shankaran was a boy. One day he woke up to see his grandparents all ready to go and vote. They were very excited. They wanted to be first to reach the polling booth. Why? Shankaran wanted to know were they so excited. Somewhat impatiently, his grandfather explained, "We can choose our own rulers today." And they were gone. Now Shankaran was thinking that okay, now do I know that we have elections. But in the last chapter of What is Government, we read that before it was not a democratic government. So how was the ruler selected? What happened in that time? So let's get started. Let's answer this question, okay? Let's have a little sneak peek. Okay, let's have a little bit of sneak peek. How some men became rulers? Varna, four Varnas, Janapadas, Mahajanapadas, how taxes were collected, changes in agriculture, closer towards to Mahajanapadas, elsewhere, and the NCRT solutions. Okay, so so some men now became recognized as Rajas by performing very big sacrifices. Ashwamedha or the horse sacrifice was one such ritual in which a horse was let loose to wander freely, and it was guarded by the Raja's men. If the horse wandered into the kingdom of other Rajas and they stopped it, they had to fight. If they allowed Raja to pass, it meant that they accepted that Raja who wanted to perform the sacrifice was stronger than them. So it means that if the other Raja stopped the horse, it means that they did not accept his supremacy, and if it was like it was allowed to pass, then they accepted their supremacy, that the king who performed the Ashwamedha Yajna was more powerful. Okay, so some important points. The kings had a throne. Okay, the kings had a throne, the highest throne. Priests performed the Ashwamedha Yajna. They sprinkled the holy water onto the king. Shudras were not allowed to come in the sacrifices or in the yajnas. Varna system. So Varna system refers to the present day happening caste system, in which the society is divided into 4 castes. The caste system is hereditary in nature and is based on occupation. So this is a very important point, that it is hereditary in nature. Okay, so there are 4 castes. Let's read from top to bottom. Brahmins. The Brahmins belong to the educated priestly caste. These were the scholars, the teachers, and the priests. Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas were the warrior class who protected their respective tribe from outside attacks. These were kings, soldiers, or warriors. Vaishyas. The class of Vaishyas included farmers, traders, and craftsmen who provided food and other requirements of the common people itself. Shudras. The Shudras were the individuals who served all other 3 castes or Varnas and performed menial jobs. These were discriminated and were called the untouchables. Let's think, why did some king not like the Varna system? Why? So we are going to also answer that. Okay, so think. Some kings did not like the Varna system. Why? Because, so that is the answer now. Some kings did not like the Varna system because in the Varna system, Brahmins were at the top and Kshatriyas were at the second. As kings were Kshatriyas, as kings so were Kshatriyas. Some kings did not like that they were placed after the Brahmins. So they thought that they were the most superior. Okay. So that's why they did not like some kings did not like the Varna system. Some, not all. Janapada. Okay. Rajas who performed big sacrifices were now recognized as being Rajas of Janapadas rather than the Janas. The word Janapada means that the land where Jana sets its foot and settles down. Archaeologists have ex- excavated a number of settlements in these Janapadas, such as Purana Kila in Delhi, Hastinapur near Meerut, and Ataranji Khera near Etah. Archaeologists also have excavated a number of huts which have been found in the Janapada. Life in a Janapada. Archaeologists found that the people lived in huts, kept cattle as well as other animals. They also grew a variety of crops such as rice, wheat, barley, pulses, sugarcane, sesame, and mustard. They made earthen pots. One special type of pottery found at these sites were known as painted graveware. They made the earthen pots using clay and mud, most importantly, clay only. Mahajanapadas. About 2500 years ago, some Janapadas became more powerful and more important than others and were known as the Mahajanapadas. Most Mahajanapadas had a capital city, and many of the cities were fortified, which meant that huge walls of wood, brick, or stone were built around them. These the cities of Mahajanapadas were fortified because first reason, the citizens were afraid of foreign attacks. Second reason, kings had to show their supremacy and power. Third reason, practically it was more easier to control the citizens or the land which is fortified. If, for example, if your society had no walls and everybody could go out and go in at any time, nobody would know who is a resident of the colony or not. Think. So this is not think actually, this is imagine a life in a Mahajanapada. So make sure to do it. This is a very good activity. Taxes. The rulers of the Mahajanapadas were building huge forts and maintaining big armies. So they needed more resources. To meet their requirements, they started collecting regular taxes. Taxes on crops were collected from people because most of the people were farmers. Okay, so this is the case of Mahajanapadas. So the most important occupation in the most of the Mahajanapadas were farming. Usually the tax was fixed at 1/6 of the what was produced. This was known as bhaga or share. So this is given by the farmers. There were also taxes on craft persons. These could have been in the form of labor. So they had to work one day in a month for the king. Herders were also expected to pay tax in the form of animal and animal produce. These were also taxes on goods that were brought and sold through trade. Hunters and gatherers also had to provide forest produce to the Raja as tax. Most importantly, it was wood and honey. Changes in agriculture. There were two major changes in agriculture around the Mahajanapada's time: growing use of iron plowshares and transplanting paddy. The use of iron plowshares means that the heavy clayey soil could be turned over better than with a wooden plowshare so that more grain could be produced. Transplanting paddy means that instead of scattering seeds on the ground, saplings were grown and then planted in the fields. Was collecting tax a bad work? A closer look. Magadha. Magadha became the most important Mahajanapada in about 2000 years, 200 years I mean. Many rivers such as Ganga and Son flowed through Magadha, which played an important role for transport and trade, water supplies and farming. The rivers, the rivers made the line fertile for agriculture. Parts of Magadha were forested, which provided timber, which was used for building houses, carts, and chariots. These forests also provided elephants, which were trained for use in army. These were iron ore mines in the region that could be tapped to make strong tools and weapons. Magadha had two very powerful rulers, Bimbisara and Ajatashatru, who used all possible means to conquer other Janapadas and expand the Magadha kingdom. A closer look, Vajji. While Magadha became a powerful kingdom, Vajji, with its capital at Vaishali in Bihar, was under a different form of government known as Gana or Sangha. In Gana or Sangha, there were not one but many rulers. Sometimes even thousands of men ruled together, each one to be known as Raja. These Rajas performed rituals together. They also met in assemblies and decided what to be done and how, through discussion and debate. For example, if they were attacked by an enemy, they met to discuss what should be done to meet the threat. However, women, dasas, and kamakaras could not participate in this assembly. Dasas means slave, dasas and dasis, women, and kamakaras, which means the servants. Elsewhere, around 2500 years ago, people of Athens set up a form of government which was called a democracy, which lasted about 200 years. All free men over the age of 30 were recognized as full citizens. There was an assembly that met at least 40 times a year to decide on important matters. All citizens could attend these meetings. Appointments for many positions were made through lottery. All those who wanted to be chosen gave in their names, and then some were selected through lottery. Citizens were expected to serve in the army and the navy. However, women were not considered citizens. Also, many foreigners who lived and worked in Athens as merchants, craftspersons, and traders did not have rights as citizens. Besides, there were several thousand slaves in Athens who worked in mines, fields, household, workshops, and groceries. They were not treated as citizens. Do you think that the government in Athens was a true democracy? Chapter 5, Kings, Kingdoms and an Early Republic, NCERT questions, solutions with explanation. Let's start. Chapter 5, question number 1, NCERT. State whether true or false. Rajas who led the Ashwamedha horse pass through their lands were invited to the sacrifice. The charioteer sprinkled sacred water on the king. Archaeologists have found palaces in the settlements of Janapadas. Pots to store grain were made up of painted greyware. Many cities in Mahajanapadas were fortified. Let's look at all the questions and then all the answers. Question number 2. Fill in the chart given below with the terms hunter, hunter-gatherers, farmers, traders, craftspersons, or herders. This I don't think is a very important question and would come in your exam, but this is an NCERT question, so we have to solve it. Who were the groups who could not participate in the assemblies of Ganas? Why did the Rajas of Mahajanapada build fort? In what ways are present-day elections different from the ways in which rulers were chosen in Janapada? Let's start with question number 1. Rajas who led the Ashwamedha horse passed through their lands were invited to the sacrifice. This is true. The charioteer sprinkled sacred water on the king. No, not the charioteer, but the priest. Okay. Instead of the charioteer, the priest was the priests sprinkled sacred water on the king. Archaeologists have found palaces in the settlements of Janapadas. No, not palaces, but huts. This is what we learned actually in the chapter. Huts. Pots to store grain were made up of painted greyware. No, not painted greyware, clay. Most probably clay or mud, but we take clay only. Many cities in Mahajanapadas were fortified. Yes. Those who paid taxes, herder, farmer, hunter-gatherer, trader, craftspersons. Who were the groups who could not participate in the assemblies of Ganas? The groups who could not participate in the assemblies of Ganas were the slaves, the women, and the Kamakaras. Why did the Rajas of Mahajanapada build fort? The Rajas of Mahajanapadas actually built forts to protect their capital city. This meant that the huge walls of wood, brick, or stone were built around them. Forts were probably built because the people were afraid from attacks from other kings and needed protection. In what ways are the present day elections different from the ways in which rulers were chosen in Janapadas? In modern days, rulers are chosen through majority vote. But in Janapada, a ruler was not chosen, rather, a person was supposed to show his supremacy to become the ruler. To do so, the Raja had to perform Ashwamedha Yagya so that the other Rajas in the Mahajanapada or Janapada would accept his supremacy. While in the present forms, we do elections through majority vote. Okay, so our chapter is completed. You can dance like this small little baby. So let's ignore that fact. Okay, the practice and summary. I have made a quiz on quizzes.com. Have to go to the quizzes.com, join a quiz, put the code 30157158. Okay, 30157158. The link would be, the code would be activated till 12 a.m. of Sunday. Okay, the link will be activated from to 12 a.m. Sunday, which is today, okay, till 12 a.m. in the night. Notes of the chapter in the description, notes of the chapter all in one shot will be given in the description. Big announcement is coming soon. The code and the link in the of the quizzes is given in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Comment section is for doubts, suggestions and comments on the video. Suggestions can be for the next video and what to be made. Learn Together 70 is my Instagram account. Follow it and keep up with the updates. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day ahead.